All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Let's do it.
So today we're taking a look at some news around Microsoft Exchange Server 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some recent announcements, actually. And
big stuff.
Yeah, well, big if you're in the world of enterprise software. Maybe not so much if you're,
right,
living your everyday life.
Sure.
But for those who are, either using Exchange Server at work or just kind of fascinated by
case inner workings.
Yeah, exactly. The inner workings of this stuff. There's some interesting stuff here and kind of some bigger picture stuff too, I think, about how software is developed and
how it's maintained and updated and all that.
Exactly. So, I guess to start, back in 2022, Microsoft, they made a change to how they were updating Exchange Server, right?
Yeah, they did. They moved to
like a new schedule?
A new schedule twice a year. Targeting March and September.
Okay.
For those releases.
Got it. And I guess what was the thinking behind that?
Well, I think it really reflects this broader kind of trend we're seeing in the industry. A move away from like constantly patching and hot fixing software to less frequent, more substantial updates. Mm-hmm. It's all about predictability and stability, right?
Right.
If you imagine you're running a massive email system for a company, you don't want to be constantly scrambling to install the latest patch, right? You want things to be stable. You want them to
makes totally sense.
Be predictable.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to mess with people's email. Like that's mission critical stuff.
You can bring a company to a halt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've got this like nice predictable schedule. Things are, humming along.
Right.
And then just recently, actually, just the other day, Microsoft kind of throws us a curveball.
Throws a wrench in the works.
Yeah. So they had initially said that the final cumulative update, and just to be clear, this is it's called CU15, but basically it's
big package.
Yeah, big package of all like the previous updates and fixes.
Yeah. All rolled into one.
Yeah, they were going to release that in late 2024, and now they're saying
early January 2025.
Yeah, pushing it back
just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit
to the new year.
Looks like someone's getting an early start on their New Year's resolutions, huh?
That's right. Yeah.
So, I guess what's interesting about the announcement, though, is that it's
very vague.
Yeah, they're keeping it
driven by payload and quality, like
close to the chest.
Yeah, that's all they're saying. So naturally, there's a lot of speculation.
Lots of theories out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on?
Well, some folks are saying that maybe they're just bundling a ton of new features into this final update, making it extra large and complex. So the payload's just like huge. So it's just taking longer.
Exactly. Yeah. And then other folks think that maybe there's just a really tricky bug that they're trying to squash before release.
So it's like a quality thing.
Yeah, they don't want to release something that's going to,
Right, break everybody's system.
Cause more problems than it solves, right?
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. It's interesting, it's kind of a reminder that like software development, even for a company as big as Microsoft, is like...
It's not always a straight line. It's not always predictable.
Yeah.
There are always these unexpected challenges and roadblocks.
Right. So, okay, we're waiting for this,
big update.
Big final update, early January 2025.
Yep.
What should people be doing in the meantime?
Well, so Microsoft has laid out some pretty clear recommendations.
Yeah.
First and foremost, they say, make sure you're updated to the second version of the November 2024 security update.
Right.
Sometimes called the SU.
It's not UU, okay.
So, those security updates, they really focus specifically on addressing any vulnerabilities and keeping your system safe.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But there's also this manual workaround you need to perform.
Oh, okay.
For a known time zone issue.
Time zone issue. Interesting.
Yeah, it's a little, technical to get into the details here.
Sure.
But it basically makes sure that your server's clock is ticking correctly.
Okay.
Which can be very important.
So wait, hold on.
Yeah.
If the clock's not ticking right.
Yeah.
What could happen?
Well, you could have emails with the wrong timestamp.
Okay.
Scheduling errors, especially if you're a company that operates across multiple time zones.
Yeah, that could be a real problem.
That can be a real mess. Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting how this seemingly small thing
Right.
can have like a really big impact.
Exactly. These things are all interconnected.
Yeah.
And it highlights, I think, how crucial even these small updates can be.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so keep your systems updated. Make sure the clock's right.
That's right.
Anything else people should be doing?
Well, as always, Microsoft recommends running the latest Exchange Server Health Checker.
Okay.
Think of it like a checkup for your server, just make sure everything's running smoothly.
Right. Got it. So, okay, this whole delay, I mean, it's not huge. It's just, a month or so. But it does make you wonder, like,
Yeah.
is this part of a bigger trend?
Right.
This idea of moving away from, like, constant updates to,
Less frequent.
less frequent, bigger updates.
Yeah, it's definitely a question a lot of people are asking. I mean,
Yeah.
will quality improve if developers have more time to focus on each release?
Right?
Or will users feel left behind if they can't get those rapid fixes
Right. Yeah.
for, issues that pop up?
Interesting.
It's something to keep an eye on as this all unfolds.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess, the other thing that Microsoft has said is that, like, this delay, it doesn't change.
The overall support lifecycle.
Right, for Exchange Server 2019. So
Exactly.
people don't need to panic. Like,
Right.
they're not suddenly dropping support.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the release of Exchange Server SE, that's still on track
Okay.
for the second half of 2025.
Got it.
So their message is pretty clear. Stay the course, keep your systems updated,
Yeah.
and be ready for the next chapter when it arrives.
Right, yeah. So, okay. I mean, I think the big takeaways here are, this is just a small blip in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a sign of the times, I think, with this shift in how software is updated and released.
Definitely.
And hey, if you're managing an Exchange server, maybe this gives you
A breathing room.
a little breathing room.
To plan your upgrade strategy. Or tackle some of those lingering tasks.
Right. Yeah. Get your to-do list knocked out.
Exactly.
Either way, stay informed, stay updated, and we'll be back.
With more deep dives.
Yeah, with more deep dives into the world of tech.
It's always changing.
It's always changing.
That's for sure.
That's for sure.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.